Jared Polinfronos Photo.com, and this is the top 5 from the weekend before. Oh, it's the top 5 from November 5th and 6th, and it's brought to you by Adorama Picks. They are the sponsors for this section because they give away free photo books to one person who votes, and then the winner of the top vote. And speaking of the top vote, why don't we go over to that right now? The top vote getter for last weekend was number 2, LD Bobu. Standing 6'3", playing center, Bobu. I like this shot, and I guess a lot of other people like the shot. It was a very, very close vote. Weren't as many votes as I was looking for, so let's try to vote as much as possible this week, and so we can get somebody to win the top 5. So before I get into the top 5 for this week, why don't I tell you what the new theme is going to be for the weekend of the 12th and 13th, November 12th and 13th. The theme is Veterans. Veterans Day is Friday, but being that not the whole world celebrates Veterans Day or remembers Veterans Day, do you celebrate it? I guess you do celebrate it because you remember the fallen and you thank the ones that are here. So there's veterans, but veterans, you tend to think of them as being older, elderly. So the theme is veterans, or for people around the world, or for anybody, elderly, or somebody you look up to, or a mentor, or something like that. So that's the elderly part, or sorry, the veteran part, but also I'm wrapping it around into, children. So you can photograph children or babies as the polar opposite of that. So there's a nice little cross section for you guys to focus on to try to get some cool shots. So let's get into the top 5. And I have to say, from leading lines, this is one of the strongest top 5s that we have had to date. And I think I've picked some really, really good ones this week. And it's going to be a very hard selection for you guys to pick the top winner from leading lines. So let's get into it. Here we have MECX65. This is an HDR shot, but it's incredible. The color is awesome. Even though it's pulled back, it's subtle. The contrast is really there. The way that the light hits this side and hits this side of whatever this monument is, I don't think that this is the Washington Monument, and I certainly hope that it's real and not fake, but I like this. I think it pops really well, especially with the HDR brought back in the sky. It just looks really good. The line is leading us somewhere. It's leading us to where we are going. So, very cool. That's number 1. Number 2, Tiku Dragos. Dragos. Anyway, I like this shot. It was hard to tell if it was a mirror or not, but really, what a great job with symmetry. And then, of course, leading lines. The lines are drawing us through the frame. It's drawing us down this way. But then are we crossing this way on the tracks or are we crossing this way on the tracks? It makes me say, what direction are we going to go? Are we going to go to the left track or are we going to go to the right track? Which way should we go? Great shot, great processing, really, really looks good, and it really stands out well, and it answers that question of leading lines as well as symmetry. So nice job there. Let's get down to the third shot. We've got Evis Photo. It looks like the sky's burned in. Now, it doesn't bother me, it's just that I can tell, but I thought that the angle was so strong and the lines were so strong in this photo that it was a must-have in the top 5. I love the black and white, blah. I'm speaking too quick. I love the black and white. I love the shadows and the light that's coming up here as you go through the photo. And then this, you get a change. You've got windows, and over here you've got more concrete. And then you've got different lines running this way. So we go from running this way to thinner lines running this way to repeating lines going up here. Incredible shot. Really, really well. Nice job, Evis Photo. Number 4, these look like albums. Of course, what cool lines. I mean, this is cool. This could be like wallpaper. I'm not talking about wallpaper on your computer. I'm talking about wallpaper on your wall. This would be really cool to have across your wall. What would be cooler is if I could read what albums they were, but I guess that doesn't really matter. It leaves that to the imagination. This is a great way of seeing an image. You have the stack of albums. They could maybe be laser discs, but they're probably not laser discs. I think I'm the only person with a stack of laser discs over here in the corner. And by stack, I mean I have like 90 of them. Yeah, that's a story for another time. But I really think this is a great shot that answers the question for leading lines very well. And with that said, you don't have to follow the theme, or you don't have to be part of leading lines or whatever the theme is to make it into the top 5. You just have to have a really cool photo that stands out. But I think this works well. Nice job, PDG Photo. And the 5th one, John does not know photo. But John, you did an incredible job with this. I love the swooping of the lines. I don't know, is this a leaf? Is this a ring around Saturn? Certainly not Uranus, even though it's Uranus, as Alex Trebek would say. I love the color. I love this color green. I call it limeade. I painted a wall this color once. This is really cool. The lines are just... or is this an album? I mean, I don't think it's a record, but it looks really cool. That would have been a cool leading line thing, too. If somebody took a picture of a record album... and that would have been awesome. But that, John does not know photo. Did a great job right here. This is a very cool shot. I really think you did an amazing job here. I think the top 5 is very, very strong. And I'm looking for you guys to really help with your vote and your comments below in the Facebook comment box, which could help you win a Adorama Picks book. But help one of these top 5 guys or girls win this week, and they will get an Adorama Picks book. This is going to be tough. There's some great photos here, and, I'm going to open it up to you. So the critique is coming up. That's here as well in another video. The theme for next week is, or this weekend's theme is, what did I say? I said it's veterans, elderly, mentors, things like that. Children, kids, children, things like that. Have fun with it. Come up with some really cool things. I think this was a really, really strong week this week. As far as themes go, and we will see you next week. So please vote, help somebody win. That's about it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.